Welcome back. It's match number 3 of the Hero Indian Women's League's Season 5, and Indian Arrows, they are taking on the Goa League champions, Sirvodem Sports Club, in what promises to be a thrilling encounter. A thrilling because Sirvodem SC gone through a flawless record in the State League matches, and chance for the All India Football Federation's development side to prove they are no pushovers, as they will look to upset the heavyweights today. Indian Arrows team is really young, and it is a huge challenge. They will look sharp and are very confident this year, and can see a lot of surprises this evening in their gameplay. They are looking forward to the season and how it's going to shape them for their future endeavors. They aim to prepare these girls for the upcoming international matches, and some of them also played in the SAF Under-18 Championship last month. As every game that passes by, the players are gonna gain more game time, which is the most important. The Indian Arrows development project of the All India Football Federation, designed to provide valuable game time to the brightest young footballers in the country. And it is all set for this season's Hero Indian Women's League. And the team, consisting of mostly 17 and 18 years old, will compete against the professional clubs with overseas players in the Hero Indian Women's League. And Indian Arrows, the team from the lineup, we saw glimpses of what Arrows' new players can do. Some of them in the lineup tonight. One of them is Sunita Munda, the number 11. Played in the SAF Under-18, also scored against Nepal in the opening game. The other one, the number 12, is Apurna Narzari. She is going to be the central striker from Assam. And Apurna Narzari, Sunita Munda and Amisha Baksla, all three of them were part of the SAF Under-18 Championship, which was held last month in Jamshedpur. Well, we are on the third match of the day in the Hero Indian Women's League, and this is the first time Sirvodem will take on Indian Arrows in the Women's League. And Sirvodem Sports Club, meanwhile, wants to stay in the title race, and they will know anything less than a win will not work in their favor. And Indian Arrows are a new side, and the pressure must be maintained on them. It is important that the challengers do not lose heart and keep the heat on the side from Goa till the end. In the other two matches of the day, the Capital Ground Kickstart Football Club defeating PIFA by 3-1, and SSB Women's, the side from Shiliguri, West Bengal, getting the better of the Hans Women's Football Club by 6-2 at the Battalion Ground. Based on goal difference, SSB Women's will be topping the points tally at present. The number 10 for Sirvodem, the player from Ghana, Teti, who joined Sirvodem Football Club this season from the Berry Ladies FC. Another Ghanaian will be in action tomorrow. It is El Shaddai of Gokulam, Kerala. Well, Indian Arrows have probably realized the title could be a stretch now. But rivalries are made sweeter when you stop your opponents their march to the top as well. And that psychological battle today will be played out on the pitch. A battle which Sirvodem needs to learn to win if they are to keep the pressure on Indian Arrows. As suitors are now looking at the Indian Arrows so that they can take some points away from the Goan side. Will they be able to do that favor? Comes down to that. Here's Abhishek Yadav, the former India international. Two teams, the photograph, beautiful frame at the Kalinga Stadium. And Indian Arrows will be hoping for a better day in the office and more support from that front line and more inroads towards the middle of the park, from where they can try getting a shot or two on target, and a lot more. And knowing Indian Arrows and how particular their coach must have tried to fix those errors. He's been very open about what haunted the team, and he also knows how this team can haunt the opposition this evening. Sirvodem Sports Club emerged as the champions of the 4th edition of Vedanta Women's League, while FC Goa secured the runners-up position. The winners and runners-up and all the successful players of the league were felicitated during the action-packed closing ceremony at the Dulair Football Ground in Mapusa. Here's the referee Ranjita Devi with the two captains Martina Thokchom, of Indian Arrows. The number 16 for Sirvodem Football Club. It is Ansela Barreto, the right full back. Sirvodem and the runners-up FC Goa for a fabulous display of football skills. They were appreciated, and also goes to all the other participating teams for making this tournament a huge success. Vedanta Women's Football League is the first of its kind for aspiring women's footballers in the state to pursue a professional career in football, and it has seen the participation of over 350 plus women's footballers in the tournament in the last 4 editions. The intricacies in the Hero Indian Women's League, even with the 2 clubs, can really be very intriguing. While there are the obvious Southern derby to look forward to, it will also be interesting to see what Southern sides like Gokulam Kerala and Setu Football Club can do this season. The club go into the campaign with the Indian head coaches in charge. Suren Chetri is the manager of Indian Arrows, and Chitra Gangadharan at the helm of Sirvodem Sports Club. It is Apurna Narzari getting ready for the kickoff here at the Kalinga Football Stadium in Bhubaneswar. This is match number 3 in the Hero Indian Women's League. Myself, Sohan Poddar, in the commentary box. It's been an absolute pleasure being here with you guys. Referee Ranjita Devi taking her time, waiting for all the final checks in order. And Indian Arrows tonight is shaping up in a 4-3-3. Shanmuga Priya, she starts in place of Kritina Devi at central defense. The other 2, Martina Thakcham and Muskan, starts in midfield. Amisha Baksla was a never present during the SAF Under-18 Championship, a first name on the team sheet kind of player, and continues to lead the lines. It is a win that Indian Arrows and Suren Chetri badly need. It hasn't been built on, and a lot of praiseworthy performances individually for Sunita Munda. With all the hustle and bustle all over the pitch, she started confidently, but yet to convert those half chances into goals during the SAF Championship. But she snatched a few of them in the past that says she is quite the handful. Yes. Chitra Gangadharan prefers a 4-4-2 formation and continues with the shape. 2 changes though as expected. Sharda and Femina, the former Gokulam Kerala defender, starts in place of De Silva and Miranda in defense. Sanfida continues with her place in midfield, but the main responsibilities up front belongs to Tete and Jyoti. Jeromina is on the bench due to an hamstring, but there might still be enough on that pitch to trouble Indian Arrows on the break. Chitra Gangadharan in her assessment of the squad and their performances, but there is only so much she can do from this point, and yet there have been fine moments and fight backs, and some of those moments have come from Teti. When the fiery temper is turned towards the football, she can be quite an asset. Ranjita, she is assisted by Mr. Dhar and Reshmi Chetri. The 4th official is Chitrambada Patra, and match commissioner Kimberly Miranda. The Sirvodem ruthless in the Goa League. The club from Goa defeated Compassion FC 8-0 in their final clash in the Goa Women's League 2021. A late kickoff makes it slightly easier on the players. That said, it will still be a test of resilience. We will be hoping players don't go down cramped up in the latter stages. A sign of fitness and a willingness to keep going for the 90 minutes. And of course, when it is a national football league, players don't need any extra motivation. And the first warning shot fired by Apurna Narzari of Indian Arrows. Look at that. It broke so kindly. In fact, for Sunita Munda, the player from Jharkhand, was used by Thomas Genevieve mostly as a sub during the SAF Under-18 Championship, Sunita Munda, Purna Narzari, and Amisha Baksla, the number 7 who played on the left wing, was an automatic choice. And the number 10, Priyanka, will be playing just behind the front three, with Martina, Tokcham and Muskan going to be the two holding midfielders for Indian Arrows. They will look to stabilize the midfield and provide protection to the back four, to be precise. Dvija between the sticks for Indian Arrows, and Parmila, the right back, and Pushma Rani Chanu will start on the left hand side, and Santosh and Shanmuga Priya, the two centre backs. Kalinga Stadium, very much a multi-purpose international stadium, located in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Its foundation stone was laid by former Chief Minister of Odisha, late Biju Patnaik, back in 1978. It is the home ground of the I-League club Indian Arrows since 2018, the Indian Super League club Odisha FC since its inception. It is situated in the heart of Bhubaneswar, near Napali area. Excellent facilities for the athletics, football, field hockey, tennis, table tennis, basketball, wall climbing and swimming. The other features of the stadium include an 8-lane synthetic athletics track, high performance centers in India's first Olympic standard pin and blue water-based AstroTurf. Indian Arrows with the 4-3-3. As you can see, the success of the 4-3-3 rests on the quality of the three midfielders available in Martina, Muskan and Priyanka. And usually the team lines up with one central defensive midfielder and two midfielders ahead of them. More of a midfield triangle. And the cross comes in, keeper off a mark. Might be the opening goal for Indian Arrows, but excellent tracking back by Dhanushri, the Sirvodem Sports Club goalkeeper, 19 years old. And that was the moment. Almost misplaced the ball. The former Matlu Pratisthana FC player, Santosh, for Indian Arrows. Because that lump upfield cleared away by Muskan, the number 15. He joined Sirvodem Sports Club from the Hops, Delhi FC, just 18 years old. Here's the aerial battle won by the number 14, Somia. Martina Thakchok winning the loose ball. And now Amisha Baksla striding forward, still Amisha. Lovely give and go with Apurna Narzari. And now it's Sunita Munda drifting out wide. And the number 7 is waiting, shot from distance, keeper spills it. Buries it straight in front of the box. But Sharda was very quick to react. And no one in blue was following the second ball. That was the attempt from Apurna Narzari. No one closing her down. Showing her direct approach right from the off of Apurna Narzari. This is Sunita Munda from Jharkhand. That was the offside decision. The flag immediately went up against Sunita, who tried to round the goalkeeper. Unlike the two strikers, the formation 4-3-3 has just one dedicated striker. So the presence of wide forwards in Sunita and Amisha to create play cutting in from the flank is needed to support Apurna Narzari. Quintessential wide forward is 3-time Ballon d'Or winner, if you remember Cristiano Ronaldo. There is important intelligent fullbacks keeping the team of technically gifted players. The 4-3-3 requires intelligent fullbacks who know when to attack on the overlap or when to maintain the defensive shape. This is to prevent the players from being caught out of position unnecessarily. Carrying the ball forward from the left is Pushpa Rani Chanu. Martina Thakcham, the skipper, taking the throw in. And when you have got such a trusted midfield partnership Like Martina and Muskan, you always have the license of going forward. And Priyanka, she's got the license. When she's got such an able midfield partner alongside who can defend, who can always go forward and take risks, contribute with goal and assists. And the more Indian Arrows can get Priyanka on the ball, the better it is for them. And meanwhile, Amisha Buxla with the first corner kick of the game for the Indian Arrows. A slight stutter from the number 7. In-swing floater went up for it. It was the number 9, Muskan, comes right back in. And Martina is also in the mix. Indian Arrows trying to recover possession near the defending third. Overplayed by Muskan. Eventually it's going to be a throw-in for Indian Arrows. And the 4-3-3 gives the opportunity for up to 7 players to join in attack, and that is exactly what has happened. The wide forwards who can opt to roam on the touchline or cut inside the box, with the full-backs making overlapping runs. This adds a touch of unpredictability to the attack, as the opposition defenders are forced to be alert against both attacking outlets. But the only weakness, we'll come back to that was a cross for the number 4. A comfortable height for the goalkeeper, that was Pramila. And Indian Arrows now attacking down the middle. There's a shot from distance. One more of the day. And this time it's Priyanka unleashing a pile driver from 35 yards out. How about that for a finish by the number 10? And what a start for Indian Arrows, ladies and gentlemen. What a finish. And Dhanashri had no clues whatsoever what just went past her. And it's 1-0 to Indian Arrows. And the Goa League champions are trailing. And as the strike from 25 yards out takes a look up, and then it was an outswinger. The goalkeeper misjudged the flight of the ball and had to pay the price, Dhanashri. And it's 1-0 in favor of Indian Arrows. I was talking about the weakness in Indian Arrows formation, as it is a 4-3-3, is primarily designed for attack, and in the event of both fullbacks opting for the overlap at the same time, the team is left exposed with only 3 men at the back and the 2 defenders. Darting down the right hand side, Sunita Munda, she will eventually get there with a pace, low ball in. Collected this time by Dhanashri. Matru Patish Thana player, 19 years old. And this is Muskan. He plays it to Soumya. Also Mataru Patish Thana FC player. And the head coach of Sirvodem, the former manager of Bangalore United. There's the ball. Flag has stayed down. Chance for a cross. In it comes. Perfectly positioned herself with the number 2, Femina. And she played for Gokulam Kerala in the Scoreline Kerala Women's League. Another corner for Indian Arrows. And this time the number 11, Sunita Munda, in corner duties for the team in blue. And it comes with the outside of a boot. Keeper parries it, not very confident. And the whistle has gone. And it was Martina Thakchom slotting it in from close range. And that was deemed as a foul. And the goal won't count. Sirvodem Sports Club restarts play. And building up from the back. Another long ball down the line. This time it's Tete. She's got defenders on her heels. Cuts in onto a favorite left foot. Nice anticipation by Martina. Tucks into the gap between the two defenders, preventing the number 10 from getting a touch. Martina Thakcham was part of the Indian under-17 team until 2020 and played in the under-17 women's football friendly tournament in Mumbai, where India finished runners-up to Sweden. And she earned her first call-up to the senior side in the early 2021 and made her debut in October as a substitute in India's 4-1 friendly win over UAE. And she has been a regular member of the senior camp in their tours abroad. She made her first start for India, playing the full 90 minutes in the 2-1 loss to Venezuela at Brazil International Football Women's Tournament back in December. Played a pivotal role for the India under-18 team during the SAF Championship in Jamshedpur last month. Shoulders the responsibility of progressing the ball for her team. She excels with this rapid switch of play from the heart of midfield into the wide areas. Very little time for the opposition to commit men on the wide areas, creating 1v1 situations. There's the number 10 Priyanka with a sharp turn. She's got quick feet. Going past a couple of white shirts, still managing to keep hold of the ball, finding her midfield partner in Martina. But Apurna Narzari, she is available. Still Priyanka, getting the ball out of the tight area with smooth footwork. The give and go didn't work out. Just a tad too heavy. And the final release from Priyanka. A goal kick for Sirvodem Sports Club. Sirvodem Sports Club was founded in the year 1978. And the women's team is just a couple of years old. They won the Goa Vedanta Women's League's 4th edition. Before the women's team were more focused on the grassroots level development, where they fielded their under-14 team. Now focusing on women's football, where they can promote and give more playing time to the ladies. And jinxing past a couple of challenges, Apurna Narzari. Clearance is completely miscued. Will bring a corner kick for Indian Arrows. And that was Sanfida, the former Bangalore United Football Club player. She's 17 years old, doing her share of defensive duty. And now in corner duty is Amisha Baksla for Indian Arrows. Ball sent into the danger area. Not a very proper contact. The last touch did came of a white shirt. Back-to-back corners now for Indian Arrows. And the team in blue piling on the pressure. Quarter of an hour gone here at the Kalinga Football Stadium. It is 1-0 in favor of Indian Arrows. 5 shots already, 2 of them on target. There's the header by the number 12. Made a surprise run from behind, outfoxing the entire defensive unit of Sirvodem Sports Club. And something which was pre-planned, and something of the training ground. A high press is being applied by Sirvodem Sports Club. And they are trailing by a goal here. The opening frame of the game, Indian Arrows. With a wonderful strike from Priyanka Naurem, separating the two teams. And now Martina with an early ball in towards the back post, and Amisha Baksla will get there. She's got Apurna on the edge of the area. A couple of players in white upon her. Back out to the number 7. The ball tipped in, headed away, not too much distance on the clearance, but the number 11, Jyoti, will add few yards to that. Sirvodem can breathe a sigh of relief. Marshalling in defense, Nishanuga Priya, the number 3, closely supported by Pushparani Chanu and Parmila. This is Martina. A loose ball falls for the number 10, Priyanka, the goal scorer. She's been highly entertaining within the first 16 minutes. Between the lines, that's an excellent ball. The flag went up against Sunita Munda. Just a fraction too early for the number 11. Sirvodem Sports Club qualified as the champions of the Goa League and looking forward to a strong start to the season. And the head coach Chitra Gangadharan was very much confident ahead of the match and discussed in detail about the side's preparation. This is the number 11, Jyoti. Partnering alongside the Ghanaian Tete. Only one overseas player allowed in the starting 11. This is Tete. Peels away in the middle in search of space. The ball played over the defense line. She tried to drift in behind Jyoti, the number 11, but not succeeding. Parmila. Martina Thapchak, nice little triangle on the far side. Now the ball is intercepted by Felina. She was highly entertaining while playing for Gokulam Kerala in the Scoreline Kerala Women's League, a tournament in which Gokulam Kerala emerged champions. With an all-win record without conceding a single goal, and that was the dominance of the Malabarians, who will be in action tomorrow against Odisha Police. And that game is also going to be live from the Capital Ground at 3:30 p.m. kickoff. Indian Arrows has been a hub of exciting footballing youngsters who have progressed far and wide. Many young players from the women's team have benefited from Indian Arrows. With the success of the men's team, and the All India Football Federation also decided to launch the women's Arrows team. Eventually they're playing in the Hero Indian Women's League. Indian Arrows women's team is looking to groom girls from a very young age and transform them into fine footballers. The girls who had missed out on the Under-17 Women's World Cup, who would now be 19, are to be considered for the team. This program has been initiated by the All India Football Federation's president in support of the sports minister and the entire sports ministry. The ball come in, chance for an equalizer. The goalkeeper was off her mark. A header did came in. A flick header, in fact, from Sanfida. The referee has given a corner kick to Sirvodem. Last touch came off a blue shirt, and that was Santosh. She was tracking back, and Adrija leaving her mark. Just a tad too early. Corner taking shot, back to the kick taker. Couldn't quite control it. Throw in for Indian Arrows. Quickly restarts play. Martina once again breaking the move, bossing that particular area of the pitch. A very disciplined central midfielder who just sits in between the back four and the halfway line. She's got an excellent footballing brain, And now on the run is Sunita Munda. Sunita Munda's cross towards the back post, nodded into the middle. And she also interested for it. Sunita, keeper spills it. Slightly awkward there for Femina. It's still alive for Indian Arrows. Excellent spell of controlled possession by the team in blue. This was the number 11, Sunita Munda, sending in a glorious delivery towards the back post. This was nodded in the middle. Sunita Munda following it till the last minute, chasing the ball, entering the 6-yard box. A bit of a mix-up, miscoordination. This is Muskan. Bouncing out. Muskan again. Brilliant work. Excellent pass. The flag will stay down. Keeper off her mark. Rounds the goalkeeper and now sets up the number 12, and it's 2-0 for Indian Arrows. What a sublime start by the team in blue, and this time it's Apurna Narsari. Excellent work from Amisha Baksla. A superb ball from Muskan. Spreading it to the left. And Amisha Baksla rounding Dhanashri and setting it up for Apurna Narsari. And her side-footed attempt goes into the back of the net. 2-0 within the opening 22 minutes. They are off to a sublime start. What a ball. Just falls in front of Amisha Baksla, jumps over the keeper. An easy finish by Apurna Narsari. Even though there was a defender on the line, that was Sharda. Very little she could have done there. And a fine finish by Apurna. Excellent combination play by Indian Arrows. And they are playing like a well-oiled machine. Sirvodem Sports Club running out of ideas, running out of sorts in the attacking third. Most of the game is being played in their own area. This is Martina. She will shield the ball. That's a nice line-breaking pass, and Apurna Narsari, she's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Slightly shellfish, the number 12 on this occasion. She had that option to pick Priyanka to her left. Deciding to go on her own. No power on the shot. Priyanka was expecting it. A fine ball from Martina. Almost like weaving through the eye of a needle. And the Sirvodem Sports Club defense falling apart. The ball snatched off Martina by Soumya. I've seen very little of the ball. The team in white playing into the hands of Indian Arrows, and now Apurna Narsari. She's been clustered around by 3 white shirts, and another chance and another goal for Indian Arrows. It is turning out to be a goal fest. This time it's Amisha Baksla getting on the score sheet. They're using the wings very well, Indian Arrows, with intricate player movement. The likes of Martina, Muskan and Priyanka working in tandem in midfield, bearing the fruit for the Arrows. And they go 3-0 up. That was a cross from Sunita Munda all the way across. An easy tap in by Sunita Munda. The third time Dhanashri, she has been beaten. The defense in 6s and 7s. Questions will be asked on the defending. Progressing the ball forward, but Santosh, she was standing firm. Stolen away by Muskan. Muskan will look to bring back possession for the Arrows. Another overhead ball. Somehow managing to deal with it. Here's the number 5. Causing a lot of issues. Those through balls from behind. Given the fact Sirvodem Sports Club not been able to defend them very confidently. And now Martina Thakchom's attempt. And hits the advertisement board behind. But will try and hit the target more often. Suren Chetri recruited as the head coach of the Indian Arrows. The program would have started much before if not for the pandemic. This year I would have been witnessed the first ever appearance for the Indian women's team in the Hero Indian Women's League last year. But of the COVID-19 playing a spoiled sport.
Don't lose the ball.
Muskan again. Sharada's clearance brought down by Tete. Leaving it for the number 14, Soumya. Soumya's ball into the channel. Didn't work out the plan.
Don't lose the ball.
Again dropped to number 21 by the number 10 of India, Priyanka, Indian Arrows. It was Arpita getting her foot in brilliantly, Priyanka.
Good.
Just nicking it away from her. The finishing was a bit poor by the goal scorer, the scorer of the opening goal. And now Martina controlling things, dictating play. She's more of a poster, dictating play from deep for the Arrows. Again, help comes in from Ansela, the skipper. And now Tete. Quickly closed down by Santosh and Shanmuga Priya. Santosh playing it into the feet of Apurna Narzari. Martina Thakchom. Another overhead ball. Completely missed by Muskan. But the flag went up against Sunita Munda. Got excellent pace on her, the number 11. A searching ball over the top. She's got plenty of space on the right hand side to operate. Hacked long. Attempted flick on. A couple of players in white chasing it. The call came in early from Adrija. She was very alert. Muskan. Slightly scrappy play there by Indian Arrows, and now Teti. It clipped just outside the box by Muskan. Just an inch inside would have been a penalty for Sirvodem Sports Club. And the first booking of the game. A clumsy foul from Muskan on Teti. The Ghanaian Ernestina Tete. An excellent reverse ball by the number 10. Just brought down on the edge of the area. And free kick from a very promising position. Only two players making up the wall. Not very strong, but as long as it does the job. Femina is there. So as the number 14, Soumya. Sharda is also interested. It's going to be Tete over this free kick. She's got a sizable wall ahead of her. Tete. The referee got to clear that melee. All eyes on the Indian Arrows goal. This was the giveaway, very wasteful. Was Muskan, and then that outstretched right foot bringing down Tete, conceding a free kick from a very dangerous position. Ranjita Devi having a word with her assistant, Reshmi Chetri. Just remonstrating with her assistant. Just to confirm, there's going to be another yellow card coming out from her pocket. Muskan is the player booked. A free kick from Teti. Soars over everyone. And it's a goal kick for the Arrows. A very disappointing take by Ernestina Tete. Something has happened here. Maybe that free kick got to be retaken by Sirvodem Sports Club. I'm trying to explain. Ranjita Devi. The free kick got to be retaken by Sirvodem. This time the angle is much perfect. Tete, she will be eyeing for the top corner. She will be looking for a floater. She's got a lot of options under her belt. Let's see what trick she got up her sleeves. Tete goes for it, completely miscues it. And a firm header away by Apurna Narsari. Tete, she's going to be offside. And the flag immediately went up against her. 33 minutes on the clock. Indian Arrows leading by 3-0. Priyanka opening the score line, followed by goals from Amisha Baksla and Apurna Narsari. Clearly the dominating team, the Arrows, no doubts about it. And the way things are going, so certainly for Sirvodem Sports Club, they need someone to shine bright for them. And they might look at this girl, Jyoti. And the chase is on. Kept in play brilliantly by Sunita Munda. And once again causing a lot of issues for the goalkeeper with her pace. And the defender has not been able to protect her. And chase on, blocked off, slightly wayward, very wasteful on this occasion. Santosh shielding, and playing it back to her support on the right wing is Tete. Support came in from Jyoti. Tete played for Berry Ladies Football Club back in Ghana. And Rinku, number 8 for Hopes Delhi.
No foul.
Arpita joined them from the FC Goa. No conviction in the clearance. Turning out to be a shot for Sanfida. 10 minutes of regulation time left in this half. And Indian Arrows, the AIFF's developmental side containing the young and rising stars of women's football. The Goa-based club, Sirvodem Sports Club, is set to make their debut. Not a very memorable one if it ends this way. Martina again. Spreading it wide on the far left, will be kept in play by Sunita Munda. Who manages to see the run of the number 11. And the ball lofted into the area. Clearance not very confident. Martina stepping in. A shot for Priyanka. It's gone not very far away. And that strike by the number 10. A sliding challenge from Sharda. An immediate shot on the follow-up by the number 10. Look at that. A sliding challenge. And then the follow-up shot from Priyanka. Goes over the crossbar. Time and again losing out the midfield battle. Sirvodem to the Indian Arrows. Pushpa Rani. They're having a vice-like grip in this game. The Arrows. Martina. A wasteful ball. Tete gets a touch. Headed away by Santosh. Lands safely into the feet of Martina. Opting to go short towards Muskan. Looking to play it over the head of Ansela. Not succeeding. Santosh is the sweeper. And the back five for the Indian Arrows when they showed up in defense while defending. Working the ball from left to right. The team in blue. Teasing and tormenting Sirvodem. And now continuing with her run is Martina. Martina enters the box dangerously. And the shot is completely wayward. A very timid attempt. Solidly built. Martina Thakchong. Decent on the air as well. Priyanka returning Tete. Brings it up towards the left. Halfway inside Sirvodem's area. The offside flag went up against Sunita Munda. Sirvodem Sports Club's head coach Chitra Gangadharan has said that the girls are confident and have good teamwork. Their strength will be to maintain them and work on the areas they can improve. That can only be assessed after the first game. Judging by the way things have gone so far, they need greater improvement in the upcoming games. Indian Arrows deserves a lot of credit for their display. A good passing game going around. Very fluid movement so far. Amisha Baksla. Now fighting for the ball is Apurna Narzari. Santosh, Martina. This is near the halfway area where they give away possession to the Indian Arrows, the Sirvodem Sports Club. Finding a lot of joy down the left is Sunita Munda. Both her and Amisha Baksla shifting wings. Martina. Incredible distance on the ball, perfectly placed for Amisha Baksla. Just couldn't keep it on play. She also comes from Jharkhand. Amisha Baksla was highly entertaining during the SAF tournament. It was a nightmare for Nepal and Bangladesh. Down the flanks. Excellent close control and sudden acceleration in close quarters towards the left edge of the penalty area. Looking for the room to shoot. Apurna gets it, takes it as well. Collected by Dhanyashri. That was the attempt. Choosing a very short option, a safe option rather, in Apurna Narzari. Shot had no power or distance on it. Teti. She will have to check her run. She's been devoid of service so far, the Ghanaian. And the support mechanism formed towards her not bearing any fruits this evening. Arpita, Sanfida, Soumya, Rinku, all busy back defending. Struggling to come out of their own area. Sirvodem, beautiful footwork down on the deck. Here's a white shirt. And Amisha Baksla. Parmila. There was onto her and winning it, Arpita. As I have mentioned, SSB Women's is going to be a very strong team of this campaign. The winners of the Kanyashri Cup. The team from Siliguri for winning their opening game by 6-2 at the Battalion ground. All those margins will certainly put pressure on Gokulam Kerala. They're playing tomorrow the defending champions. Now the first Indian club to qualify for the AFC Women's Club Championship. They are going to a purple patch, the Malabarians, both in women's and men's category. There's a brushing off for Arpita of the ball. There's the run being offered by Amisha Baksla. But Sharda was covering her run, but she's lost it into an important area. Priyanka just trying to find an inch of space for a shooting chance. It's taken away by Arpita. Punting it upfield into no man's land. Certain desire with which Indian Arrows have started. Just that Sirvodem Sports Club fan has failed to match in terms of the pace. Martina, the midfield general, midfield metronome for the Indian Arrows. Look at that, 71% ball possession. It's been a one-way traffic the first half. The Sirvodem Sports Club completely flabbergasted. Overawed, getting overawed in midfield. Now Sunita Munda lengthening her strides. A loose ball picked up by Muskan.
Don't lose the ball.
Oh, what a ball. A lot of space. First time ball comes in. Keeper just parries it away into the path of the on-rushing number 11, Sunita Munda. But excellent piece of defending there by the number 5 of Sirvodem Sports Club. An excellent ball between the full-back and the centre-back. And a low cross from Amisha Baksla. Goalkeeper somehow managing to deal with it. And the number 5, Geetha R, clearing it out for a corner. It's brought down on the edge of the penalty area. Now by Amisha. Going forward in collective numbers, Indian Arrows. It's an aerial ball, turning out to be a lucky deflection, almost for Amisha. Falls to a blue shirt. A relentless pressure by the home team. Lacking options. Whenever they're trying to take the ball on the far side, Sirvodem. Huge gap between midfield and defense. Whenever there is a ball in the middle of the park within the Sirvodem SC player, they're lacking out of options and outlets. Got to look towards the left, but goes on her own. Priyanka. Sunita Munda was making a marauding run. And down the left, completely free. Would have been a much better option had she picked her up. Priyanka Naurem, the scorer of the first goal from 25 yards out. We saw a stunner from Nirmala at the Capital ground, setting the tone of the game, setting the early pace. Bringing it down for a strike partner, Teti. It's added on. We are into the final minute of the first half. And the second corner of the game for Sirvodem Sports Club. They got to try and get one back before going into the break and try and make the scoreline respectable. Even a couple of quick goals can bring them back into the game. Easy collection for Adrija. She will be hoping for more deliveries of that height all day long.
Release the ball, jaldi karna. और Dadri.
So half-time then, here at the Kalinga Stadium between Indian Arrows and Sirvodem Sports Club of Goa. And it is the team in blue going into the break with a 3-0 lead against the side from Goa. It's been a complete dominance by All India Football Federation's developmental side. With goals from Priyanka, Apurna Narzari and Amisha Baksla. That's the half-time scoreline is Indian Arrows 3, Sirvodem Sports Club 0. It's been a pretty much one-sided affair in the first half between these two teams. First half stats 70% ball possession, 14 shots taken by the Indian Arrows, 9 of them on target. Sirvodem Sports Club on the flip side yet to register a single shot on target. And that is how it looks at the first half stats.
A little power from this extension board.
The number of shots taken by Indian Arrows, 14 in total, 4 by Apurna Narzari and Priyanka Naurem. Amisha Baksla, Martina, both of them a couple of size and goal. And Sunita Munda and Parmila with 1 each. Only 2 shots taken by Sirvodem in the first half, 1 each by Jyoti and Sanfida.
Wait. निकल तो जाएगा ना
नहीं
नहीं बाद में तो निकल जाएगा क्या लेके चले
Have a
जाते
look
हैं
at the fouls committed by Indian Arrows. 5 in the first half. Muskan Suba with 2. Taksha Martina, Apurna Narzari and Parmila with 1 apiece each.
हमारा वायर ब्लू है
शायद होगा
पता है अब मैंने ये लगा लिया इसलिए मेरा चार्जर लेके अंदर चली गई
No fouls committed by Sirvodem. They hardly had a test of the ball in the first half. They were on the receiving end the majority part of the first half. We will look at the first half highlights of this game between Indian Arrows and Sirvodem. Perfect start for the Arrows, early chance on the half turn for Sunita Munda. And then that attempt, goalkeeper managing to make her way back and prevent it from going in. Apurna Narzari shot saved by Dhanayashri. And then the clearance, and Priyanka, what a finish. Opening the score line for the Indian Arrows in the first half. And then Amisha Baksla, she was offside, tripped from behind by Muskan. And this was the only moment Indian Arrows defense was in a bit of a bother, in a spot of bother in the first half. There's that high cross, nodded back into a central area. Couldn't quite get his touch onto her. And Muskan's ball over the top. And down the left, rounding the goalkeeper, Amisha Baksla, and putting it on a plate for Apurna Narzari. And makes it 2-0 for the Indian Arrows. Riding the challenge brilliantly, the number 7. And then Apurna Narzari. And Sunita Munda with a great ball played across. And an easy tap in from Apurna Narzari, the number 12. making it 3-0 for the Indian Arrows in the first half. This was the chance falling in favor of Sunita Munda, and then Apurna Narzari straight into the safe pair of hands of the goalkeeper. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We will come back very shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You are watching the Hero Indian Women's League live on Eurosport and also on the YouTube channel of Indian football team. It's 3-0 at half-time in favor of the Indian Arrows. An all-Indian lineup up against a side with the amalgamation of experienced Indians and a foreigner as well. The first half was pretty much one-sided affair, but football is all about taking chances, and Indian Arrows have managed to do that thrice in the first half. Two teams that stands for energy, tactical innovation and youth development. Absolutely brilliant pitch. Indian Arrows dishing out some quality football, good passing, good support, and both the head coaches have really expressed the opponents are strong and they have to challenge this. It's going to be important how Sirvodem Sports Club managed to break the defense and how they try to penetrate, but I'm sure we are going to have a wonderful second 45 minutes. Chitra Gangadharan went on to add that about their Hero Indian Women's League debut and how the league will serve as a platform for the rising stars. Sirvodem SC's women's team was formed just 2 years back. They are happy that they could play in the Hero Indian Women's League. Most of their girls are making debut. Ball played into the path of the number 11, Jyoti. Easily defended by Santosh. And there she is. She's hardly been visible in the first half, apart from that one chance where she had to head the ball behind for a corner from Rinku's cross. Apart from that, most of the game was being played inside Sirvodem Sports Club's half. There's a corner kick for the Goans. Ball sent in towards the back post. Gets enough of her glove. Adrija back into the mix. Chance might open up for Ansela. As cross is plucked out of the air by Adrija. Adrija circle. That was the incident. Guiding the ball towards Ansela. This particular venue of Kalinga Stadium, the government of Odisha gained widespread reputation for the successful execution of the 90 days challenge for hosting the Under-17 Asian Athletes Championship, when the former venue Ranchi backed off from hosting the event 3 months prior. The city of Bhubaneswar has been termed as the sports capital of India for hosting a large number as well as a wide variety of sporting events and nurturing future talents. And as per 2021 survey, Bhubaneswar was ranked third among top 5 cities in India in terms of sports ecosystem and ability to host mega sporting events. And this particular stadium had been chosen as a venue for the upcoming Under-17 FIFA World Cup. It was also initially chosen as a venue for the 2020 AFC Women's Asia Cup in 2021, but was latter dropped off. Trying to switch wings, the number 20, Pushparani Chanu. Next to overlap, the number 20, to cut inside, add another extra body in attack. And there she is, Martina. Always trying to get to the ball, staying closer to defense. They're trying to outnumber Sirvodem Sports Club. In the defending third, Muskan. Nicely done there by Muskan. And now she is charging through. Goes past 3 challenges. Apurna Narzari. Clearance coming in. And Geetha in the end is stopping Apurna Narzari on her tracks. And there she is. Pushparani Chanu. Onto the feet of the number 11. Trying to take on Femina. And support arrives in the form of Apurna Narzari. Impeccable balance, managing to stay on her feet. Martina Thokcham. But Sunita Munda is offside. Ranjita Devi officiating this game. No such big decision to make. So far the number 15 Aarti will be coming on. Coming off is Martina Thokcham. This is the best time to test your bench strength. They've got a lot of depth in the squad. Indian Arrows have got good quality. They've got good technique, which is why they're good on feet. And the way they pass the ball around, it gives belief that Indian players can also pass it around this way if they are drilled in a particular method. Acting right of the coaching manual. Santosh. Taken away by a white shirt. The ball was too long for Jyoti to chase. Indian Arrows men's team has been a huge success. The defender getting in the way, obstructing the progress of Apurna Narzari. That was Femina. As I was talking about Indian Arrows and men's team, with several players representing the country and moving on to achieve bigger things in football. The aim is going to be same with the women's team as well. The players training at a very young age has truly benefited Indian football and its budding players. The Indian Arrows women's team and its grassroots level development will benefit women's football in India. This truly is a step in the right direction for the Indian women's football and Indian football. Just got to shield it behind for a goal kick. Femina. A huge moment for her playing in the Hero Indian Women's League. Was in action in the Kerala League for Kokulam Kerala. Sirvodem Sports Club is snapping her up for her impressive performance in the Ramco Kerala Premier League. Struggling to make a cut in the Gokulam Kerala's squad for the Hero Indian Women's League. She is closely supported by Sanfida. Is trying to exploit the vacuum barriers of the Indian Arrows defense. That is far-fetched. Nothing going their way so far. Struggling to complete at least 3 good passes in midfield. The Sirvodem Sports Club. They need major improvement. Priyanka up against 2 white shirt, looking to switch wings. And then to carry to Amisha Baksla, headed out by Sharda. Arrows come again, Apurna Narzari making that run into the box, nicely cut out by Geetha. And as the head coach Suren Chetri, he will be absolutely delighted with the way his side has started in the tournament. Still a long way to go for them. It's going to be a good experience for these young players playing against the likes of Dali Machubar, Aditi Chauhan, and Mashalata Devi. Three absolute stalwarts of Indian football. And that was a free run for Apurna. Cover provided by Geetha. Priyanka, she's got options to her right. Deciding to test the goalkeeper from distance and drawing a save out of her. An excellent shot. The ball eventually dropping just ahead of the goalkeeper. It's a corner for the Arrows. Amisha Baksla taking it, trying to unnerve the goalkeeper. Header from the number 15 is off target. And that was Aarti, the player who's just come on in the second half. Look at that excellent leap. The keeper slightly reluctant whether to go all out or stay on her line. When you make a decision, you got to make sure either you go all out or you stay on your line. It was more of an half-hearted attempt by Dhanyashri. There's the cross coming in towards the number 11. The goalkeeper eventually collecting it off the feet of the in-form Indian striker Sunita Munda. And Sela. Sela Barreto from Albert Prince's club in Goa. 21 years old. And the right full back for Sirvodem. Defending being a major concern for them this evening. 21 Arpita. She's got twinkling toes and now into the path of Ansela. First time cross is open and it comes. Very aware. There was the number 14 Santosh. Firm block away. And here they come once again. Muskan's header. And now away by the number 20, Pushparwani Chanu. And the ball played behind the back line. And a no-nonsense clearance from Santosh. And the Arrows team, his head coach Chetri said that they are well prepared for the first game of the season. And that is quite visible. Going all out. And football is always an ongoing learning process. And they will keep working as the competition progresses. When asked about the opponents, Chetri stated that they are all new to them and they don't have enough idea about them, but the players are ready to take on the pitch and give their best. This is the Ghanaian Tete. Solid defense, maintaining the shape pretty well. Arrows. And number 17, Shanmuga Priya will be coming in, replacing Amisha Baksla. But once this attack gets over, as Amisha Baksla enters the box dangerously, can't get her cross in. And now this will allow time for the sub. Shanmuga Priya, number 17, replacing Amisha Baksla. A like-for-like change made by Suren Chetri. In corner duties again. Sunita Munda. Can she help Arrows to get their fourth? It's still bobbing in the area. Try to take it into her stride, Apurna Nursery. Getting plenty of bodies back behind the ball. The team in white, Sirvodem Sports Club. Teti. Arpita. getting the return, the Ghanaian. Excellent ball into the channel towards the number 16 and Sela. Players in blue are converging very quickly onto the young right full back. It's going to be a round robin format, this Hero Indian Women's League's 2021-22 edition. 12 teams participating in RRFC of Gujarat, booking their spot by the virtue of winning the Indian Women's League qualifiers in Delhi earlier this month. Teams going to play against each other once. The team with highest number of points will be the winners of the Women's League's 5th edition and will qualify for the AFC Women's Asian Cup. There's the chance. Keeper nowhere near that spot. Shot is blocked. She will get another bite at it. Indian Arrows looking to regroup. It's a high cross. The flag went up against Apurna Narzari. They had the hour mark here at the Kalinga Stadium. It's Indian Arrows 3 and Sirvodem Sports Club 0. As we touch the 61st minute mark. And no goals in the second half so far. All the 3 goals coming in the first half itself. With Indian Arrows attacking and attacking. And Sirvodem Sports Club are not managing to muster up anything on the opposite end of the pitch. It is turning out to be a defense versus offense affair. And no clear pattern so far emerging in their gameplay. Beautifully played. He helps it on. And now the ball played forward. And there's the willing runner in Apurna Narzari. A challenge coming in at the right time from Femina. Munda wants it at the back post. Sets up nicely. What a shot. And equally a very good save from Dhanyashri. The number 30 for Sirvodem. A wonderful shot on the half volley by Priyanka. Excellent cross, pull back on the edge of the penalty area. And Priyanka with a side volley, and equally a good save by Dhanushri. Corner comes in. There might be a shooting chance. But Tete making sure it's not quite. Not at least for the time being. Shanmuga Priya. Shanmuga Priya on the team sheet. One is the number 3, the centre back. The other one is the forward, the number 17. Call one of them Shashi Kumar, and the other one Shanmuga Priya. Muskan. Not getting the feel of the ball. And the ball over the top towards Jyoti. Goalkeeper saw that and arresting the situation. The Arrows got to mitigate the space behind the back line, where the Sirvodem Sports Club are looking to exploit them, trying to get in behind the back line. This is Shashi Kumar. Slightly heavy touch, but recovering well. Yarti. Indian Arrows coming forward. It's a slow passing build-up. They're playing the ball to feet. They are on the driver's seat. The team in blue. The two pass was open. I thought about it once and then changing her mind. Priyanka. Dhanushri, beaten thrice, also pulled off a stunning save a couple of minutes before. And two players blue went up for it. And Sela. There was a hand involved from Pushpa Rani Channel. The referee was close to the incident. It's going to be a free kick for Sirvodem. Teti, she is closely marked by Pushpa Ranu and Camila. The number 10 looking to make those diagonal runs. Now Jyoti in the set piece duty. We haven't seen a goal yet from set pieces in the opening day. Will that change? Jyoti's free kick. It was too high. It went up and never came down. Got to try and keep it underneath the crossbar. Didn't apply the right technique. He used her outstep. And the ball eventually gaining too much height and not getting the proper direction. And the skipper and Sela Barreto. It was an exciting month-long league tournament, witnessed power-packed football action with 5 teams competing. Sirvodem, Goa United FC, Compassion FC, FC Goa and Football Club YFA showcasing an incredible display of skillful football to secure the champions title. The individual women's star performers of the league were awarded during the closing ceremony. Mrs. Stassi Cardozo of FC Goa awarded with the golden boot. We'll come back to that story. We break off as the attack comes in. Shot once again hitting the defender ahead of her. It was Sharda this time. The ball retention has been a lot more quicker from the Indian Arrows. Trying to make inroads down the middle, invading the Sirvodem SC area time and again. Sirvodem Sports Club lacking intensity in terms of moving the ball around, in terms of going forward. Completely disjointed, haven't had a kick so far. Priyanka making her way forward, checks back onto her right and spreading it towards Parmila. Parmila's cross turning out to be a shot. A catching practice almost for Dhanushri. The ball just bouncing over Muskan for Teti and Sela. Arpita. Very poor there by Geetha. An excellent scoof. Completely a misclearance. This is one area Sirvodem Sports Club got to be very careful of. That was Femina going for the first time clearances and meeting the air, then the ball. Jyoti. She's got the number 14 Santosh standing in her way like a tall tower. A tower very difficult to go past. High boot from Muskan. Teti, excellent weight on the pass. Jyoti is chasing. Muskan just shielding and asking the goalkeeper to leave her mark, and Adrija leaving her mark when she was supposed to. Chochi Lalima, president of Goa Football Association, said the Vedanta Women's Football League is an important initiative by Vedanta in collaboration with the Goa Football Association, for the upliftment of women football in the state. They were extremely happy that star players of the tournament, Karishma, representing the Indian national team. And the ball in from Ansela, easily cleared away. They were talking about that Karishma Shirovikar story, representing the Indian national team. And I'm sure going forward this tournament will be instrumental in helping more and more women's footballers from the state of Goa to fulfill their dreams to play for their national team and at the prestigious international level. Vedanta Football League is the first of its kind platform for the aspiring women's footballers in the state to pursue a professional career. Nice drag back from Priyanka. Very difficult to get the ball off her. Even if you double team her, still it's tough to get the ball off her. In case you're struggling to find a release point, play it to Priyanka. She can get you out of any tight situation. A very weak clearance. And the ball is back with Indian Arrows. Muskan cannot go past the challenge of Shraddha. They come back once again. And this time Sunita Munda. And two of them are closing her down. Still manages to keep control of the ball and then take the shot. And the shot eventually was not the one to remember. She was highly impressive during the SAF tournament. She will just look to build on to that momentum. She's been at the center of all the goods the Indian Arrows have produced this evening here in Kalinga. Apurna Narzari getting involved in a physical tussle. And a long clearance from Muskan. It's going to be an action-packed weekend. Hero Indian Women's League. A couple of games coming up tomorrow as well. The first one is going to be between Odisha Police and Gokulam Kerala. A 3:30 p.m. kickoff at the Capital Ground. Followed by a game between ARA Football Club and Odisha Sports here at the Kalinga Stadium. And the number 8, the Indian Arrows, Anjana Thapa, will be summoned. And Sunita Munda will make way for her. Former champions Setu Madurai will also be in action against Mata Rukmani Football Club of Girls. That game will take place at the 7th Battalion ground. Eurosport and the Indian football team YouTube page very much the home of Hero Indian Women's League. All the live actions coming your way into your drawing room. And here is Indian Arrows. A speculative effort. You're never gonna score from that sort of a region. Goalkeeper had her angles protected. 23 shots from Indian Arrows in this game. Only 5 from Sirvodem Sports Club. Defending from the front is the Arrows. The front 3, Apurna Narzari, Anjana Thapa and Shanmuga Priya are trying to press the Sirvodem SC defenders in force them to commit mistake. They will be eyeing for more goals. An excellent give and go. Now she can turn on the afterburn, number 17 for the Arrows, Shanmuga Priya. A 1-2 not coming off. And doing it with a lot more fluidity. And now Apurna Narzari. The ball was too high. Got to get her measurement right. And that was Anjana Thapa. She positioned herself into a scoring region as we step into the last quarter of the game. 15 minutes remaining. Sirvodem Sports Club improved in the ball possession, and not much though. Still struggling to get the feel of the ball. It's rotating from one end to the other into the feet of the Indian Arrows players. They have lost the battle in the middle of the park. The likes of Martina Muskan have won the midfield battle. It was quite inevitable. Aarti pokes it forward. Arpita. Excellent. Nice touch and turn by Jyoti. Jyoti brought down by Aarti. A free kick for Sirvodem Sports Club from the halfway area. It's going to be Femina who will be taking this, dropping over from her centre back's position. The number 2. Ball pumped in, slight confusion, the clearance from Anjana Thapa. And now Indian Arrows can break forward. Priyanka, Apurna Narzari. Priyanka is making a run, trying to pick her out. Looking for the number 12, just in a bit of haste. Got to spend your time on the ball. She was completely unchallenged. Had plenty of time to measure the pass. Anjana Thapa. Two-footed challenge by the number 4 Sanfida. Priyanka around the halfway area. The ball has gone out into touch. Not just in terms of physicality, but also in terms of technical ability. Indian Arrows outclassing the Sirvodem Sports Club this evening. The ball had hardly been visible into the feet of Sirvodem SC player. Forget about mounting a comeback, they're struggling to retain ball possession. Committing the players forward, looking to press high in that bargain, and leaving a lot of gaps in defense, keeping the door open at the back. A slight miscontrol from Parmila, who loves to join the overlap. Gangadharan also managed the Sports Authority of Indian side. plenty of experience when it comes to the women's football. And they got to endure the spell. Sirvodem. Oh, what a move. Crisp passing from Indian Arrows. And now Tete. She is one-on-one with the number 5, Tete. Choosing Jyoti. And Ansela asking for it. Jyoti. Very ambitious. Number 11. Her body was not positioned well. She was on the angle. Purna Narzari down the line. Nicely marshalled by the number 15, Muskan. We are into the last 10 minutes of this game. It is match number 3 in the Hero Indian Women's League between Arrows and the Sirvodem Sports Club of Goa. Arrows leading by 3-0. Goals in the first half from Priyanka, Apurna Narzari and Amisha Baksla. There's one more cross for the Indian Arrows. Chance to redeliver. Now she will look to buy a yard and create that gap for the cross. Comfortable for Dhanushri. Now on the run is Tete. Tete beating a couple of blue shirts. Still Tete. She keeps going. There's the cross. Nicely cut off by Santosh. And now Indian Arrows stream out. Plays it to the number 17 near the center circle. That was Shanmuga Priya. Time taken away for Sirvodem Sports Club. They have accepted defeat. They know nothing left in this game. No shots on target by the away team. It's a very cheap giveaway. This might cost them the shot from the number 10 Priyanka. That was a grounder. Rifled into the bottom corner. And a brace for the number 10 for the Indian Arrows. And it's 4-0. A comprehensive victory for the Indian Arrows side. Giving the ball away in a very dangerous area, missing the challenge. Was Sharda picking her spot, Priyanka, and placing it into the back of the net. A slight collision between Femina and Apurna Narzari. The last touch from Geetha, but Priyanka making no mistake. She picked her spot brilliantly and placing it into the back of the net. And it's 4-0 for Indian Arrows with about 7 minutes remaining in this. They will be eyeing for half a dozen. And a whistle for the hydration break. Priyanka opening the scoring in this game and scoring the only goal so far in the second half. Now Priyanka Devi, she's from Manipur. We saw lots of players from Manipur in the Kickstart 11 as well. Martina, Parmila, Pushparani Chanu, all of them coming from Manipur. It's an excellent mixture. Youth players. Youth players who are stepping onto the pitch with a lot more desire. With a desire to make something happen. With a desire to make their mark on the pitch. Pushparani Chanu helps it along. Perfect start for the Indian Arrows. Exactly the kind of start they would have wanted. And the ball just running away from Arpita. And now Arrows down the middle. Priyanka creating room for the shot and eventually sliding it on the far side, but couldn't get there on time was Parmila. Sirvodem SC women's team was formed just a couple of years back, as I have mentioned, just to give exposure to these young girls. She's been uneventful in this game. Ernestina Tete, the Ghanaian striker. Here is Ernest Wild, turns towards goal. And now past Pushpa Rani. Still Tete. Pushpa Rani, excellent recovery. A challenge by the number 20, putting her off. Not much time remaining in this. Sanfida Non-Groom. Another Meghalayan into the lineup of Sirvodem Sports Club. Diona D'Souza, the number 12. An exciting name on the bench. Surprising to see Chitra Gangadharan not using her. Jeremina Colasso, Clancy Miranda, and Malvis De Silva. And lots of options on the bench for Chitra Gangadharan. And Arrows will look to try and give game time to all the players. The men's Arrows team are not doing well in the Hero I League. They are absolutely on the opposite end of the spectrum. They are a women's team with a breakneck start to their campaign in the Indian Women's League. Priyanka. On the overlap is Parmila. Parmila helps it on towards the number 17, drifting into the channel. Shanmuga Priya. And now it breaks for Priyanka. She was well within shooting distance, looking for her hat-trick. High interception by the number 20, and now Apurna Narzari. A decent try by the number 12. And whenever they are getting spaces, they're being allowed to turn and not shying away from taking crack at goal. And now Arpita. The door quickly closed down by Parmila. Arpita's heavy touch capitalized by Anjana. And now Anjana getting the return ball. This might turn out to be a lucky deflection for Anjana. Powering her way through, using her upper body strength, and Apurna Narzari's fell onto her weaker side. And that was the chance. Anjana Thapa winning the ball for the Arrows and laying it off for Apurna Narzari. Fell onto her weaker side. Now from the left this time is Tete. She has got the number 14, Santosh for company. Indian Arrows just allowing Sirvodem Sports Club to have the ball in the closing stages. Just conserving their energy. They know it's a long season. With every game coming thick and fast, it is important conserve energy so that they don't run out of steam when they take on the heavyweight sides like the Setu Madurai and Gokulam Kerala. Shanmuga Priya. A change in corner kick taker this time for the Arrows. It was the number 11, Sunita Munda, who took it throughout the game. An outswing floater. A chance for Ranjana Thapa. Cleared away only as far as Priyanka. Priyanka's shot from distance. Not on target. She was under pressure but still managing to get her shot away. 2 minutes added on to the regulated 90. 120 seconds left for Sirvodem Sports Club to try and pull one back and make the scoreline respectable. A chance for the Arrows to chip in 2 more and make it half a dozen. It will give a lot of confidence to the entire team. Santosh. Parmila getting caught out there. To Soumya. And offside, this says Reshmi Chetri. We are into the final minute of the game. Femina launched long. Underneath it was Parmila. Priyanka. She's got a turn of pace. Already scoring 2 this time, trying to set it up for Shanmuga Priya. And 1 touch too many in the end. Now the last and final change, the number 26, Mahita Prasanna, known as Mahi, will come on for Geetha. This change looked rather surprising. Only few seconds remaining on the clock. Jyoti can maneuver herself out of that sticky situation. So that's the full-time whistle from Ranjita Devi. And first 3 points of the season collected with confidence by the Indian Arrows. And it has ended 4-0 at the Kalinga Stadium. Indian Arrows scoring 3 in the first half. Goals from Priyanka, Apurna Narzari and Amisha Baksla. And then on the 82nd minute mark, Priyanka doubling her individual tally and making the scoreline 4-0 for the Arrows. With this win, they will be placed second. All goal difference compared to SSB Women's. Kickstart Football Club of Bengaluru will be third. And now all eyes on the Gokulam Kerala's game tomorrow against Odisha Police. A comprehensive victory for the team in blue. They look disjointed, but it is now up to the coaching staffs to revive their spirits and make sure they put up a strong show in the upcoming matches. It's just the opening game, and sometimes players do take time to gel with the manager's system and style.
Giri, I need to meet your manager before your leave, huh? Manager in the MC room before your leave. Indian Arrows manager, I need to meet before your leave.
Today's hero of the match is going to be the number 10, Priyanka, for the Indian Arrows for that wonderful
Hey,
clear
cameraman!
press.
Hello!
She was also very much productive and effective as well. And now in Priyanka, she's been handed a check of 5,000 rupees, sponsored by Hero Motorcorp Limited. Oh, that's the full-time score line from the Kalinga Stadium. Is Indian Arrows 4, Sirvodem Sports Club 0. These are the match stats. It clearly shows how dominating the Arrows were. 27 shots taken, 13 of them on target. Only 2 shots on target for Sirvodem Sports Club out of the total 6. The other number of shots taken by Arrows in this game. And now Priyanka on top of the tree with 8. Apurna Narzari with 6. She's had 1 earlier in the game. Sunita Munda with 4. Aarti, Amisha Baksla, Martina and Parmila with 2 each. And over to the away team for the day, Sirvodem Sports Club with 6 shots. 4 from Jyoti and Sala Barreto, the right back, the skipper, and Sanfida, a non-groom, had 1 each. The other fouls committed by Indian Arrows, 9-3 by Muskan, 2 by Apurna Narzari. Muskan had to do the dirty work in midfield, get stuck in and break the opposition's move and then initiate attacks for the Arrows. On the flip side, no fouls committed in the entire game by Sirvodem. This is the match highlights. Match number 3 between Indian Arrows and Sirvodem Sports Club kicking off at the Kalinga Stadium. The opening day of the Hero Indian Women's League. That was an early try, blazed over the bar. A mix-up at the back. Lucky not to have scored, and this was Apurna Narzari again, testing the keeper. And Priyanka's long ranger, breaking the door down, opening the floodgates. And Amisha Baksla, Sunita Munda, she was offside. Had to deal with it. Santosh, the number 14. And then Sunita Munda with an inch perfect cross towards the back post. Couldn't get a touch on the run. An excellent ball from the number 9, perfectly weighted, rounding the keeper, setting it up, and Apurna Narzari making it 2-0 in the first half. Excellent overhead ball. The goal just kept coming in. Apurna, Sunita Munda, easy as they come. Easy tap in for Amisha Baksla. Look at that. She was left empty at the back post. Making it 3-0 for the Arrows in the first half. It was a shot from the left corner of the penalty area, and then Apurna Narzari straight into the grasp of the goalkeeper. The cross towards the on-rushing right back, who makes a mess of it. Priyanka once again trying her luck from 20 yards out. A pull back, excellent half volley, equally a good save by the goalkeeper. A mix-up giving the ball away to Apurna Narzari. Almost broke free for the number 10 Priyanka, who making it 4-0 with an inch-perfect grounder. And the last touch coming off Geeta, and then Priyanka just banging it in. So thanks for joining us, and good night from the Kalinga Stadium.